Hey everyone, welcome back to Panels to Pixels. My name is Josh, and if you're anything like me, you love MJ. I mean, what an amazing character, right? The amazing hairstyles, the outfits, that cute little button nose. I've got all these albums and... What? What do you mean it's a different MJ? I stayed up all night playing Moonwalker. Oh, for f***. Alright, so listen. I don't know if you're aware, but there's this little indie game coming out this year called Spider-Man for the PS4, and it was revealed at Paris Games Week last year that Mary Jane Watson would be featured as a playable character in the game. So, in anticipation of being able to kick ass as the girl next door, I thought it'd be fun to count down the 7 times the most radical of redheads was an absolute badass. First up on our list of MJ beatdowns comes from issue 28 of Dan Slott's controversial but well-received Superior Spider-Man series, in which Norman, the Goblin King, sends a couple of his creepy goblin children to kidnap Mary Jane. No stranger to home invaders, she breaks out some web shooters, a gift from the ex, and whoops some butt Spidey style by thwipping the winged weirdos against the wall. 30 years earlier, MJ had been kidnapped by a different goblin, the Hobgoblin, in Amazing Spider-Man issue 261. With the safety of a pregnant Liz Osborn at stake, and Harry Osborn unable to pull the trigger on one of the goons keeping them captive, Mary Jane saves the day by delivering a spade to the head. Face it, Tiger, you just got wrecked. This next moment comes from Spider-Man Spirits of the Earth, a kind of obscure graphic novel from 1990 that features some beautiful painted art by Charles Vess. This story sees Peter and MJ travelling to rural Scotland to visit some property that she has inherited. I won't go into any more detail than that because it's kind of a cool Scooby-Doo style ghost story and it's definitely worth checking out. But there is one particular scene in which MJ is fixing a nice cup of tea in the wee small hours of the morning before things take a sinister turn when a big Scottish bloke becomes a little sexually aggressive. Fortunately, they are interrupted by the Lord of the Manor, but he is unsympathetic towards MJ and starts giving it all, "Och, what did you expect? Wearing that skimpy nightwear." But Mary Jane has got no time for that victim-blaming shit and rips him a new one. Did I mention this was in 1990 and couldn't be more relevant today? Marvel Knight's Spider-Man is notable not only for having some of the worst renderings of Peter Parker's face I have ever seen, but also for contributing to the vast canon of Mary Jane Gets a Stalker stories. In this case, in the form of a crazed fan who follows her to a bar and starts creeping. MJ tells him to beat it, but he just won't take no for an answer, and, his ego bruised, starts getting aggressive before pulling a gun. Mary Jane responds by beating the patriarchal entitlement out of him with a pool cue, and we get 2 pages of superb fight choreography. It's pretty rad. Sins Past. Is there anything more unpleasant in all of comics than Sins Past? The storyline that ran from issue 509 to 514 of The Amazing Spider-Man. That revealed that Norman Osborn had fathered twin children after a definitely not okay affair with Peter Parker's then girlfriend Gwen Stacy. Aside from recontextualizing one of the greatest Spider-Man story ever told by giving Norman new motivation for the death of Gwen Stacy, it also provided us with the most repulsive sequence of panels that will forever be burned into my retinas.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
The only silver lining to any of this is just one panel where Mary Jane slaps 7 bells of shit out of Osborn. It's not much of a consolation prize, but I will take it. Amazing Spider-Man 309 sees Mary Jane facing off against another stalker, this time a self-assured landlord named Jonathan Caesar. But in true dark and gritty late 80s style, the stakes are higher and the violence is much more gratuitous. After throwing ice in the face of her captor, she attempts to electrocute him by putting the live wire of a table lamp into the pool of melted ice. When that fails, she opts to just smash his face in with the lamp, electrocute a couple of bodyguards, and take a gun for good measure. All in time to come to the aid of an outnumbered and outgunned Spider-Man. Who's bad? Spectacular Spider-Man issue 245, in which our friendly neighbourhood hero finds himself captured by the Chameleon. who disguises himself as Peter Parker in order to get to Mary Jane. But our red-headed heroine uses her cunning to figure out that this isn't the real Peter, but an imposter. Chameleon becomes violent, and an altercation takes place, but is over as quickly as it starts, when MJ grabs a baseball bat and gets all Wendy from The Shining on his ass. The reason this is at the top of my list is because, as seasoned Spider fans will know, the Chameleon is the OG of Spider-Man villains, originating in Amazing Spider-Man issue 1. The fact that Mary Jane wipes the floor with him with just one swing of a baseball bat and sends him running back to his lair with his tail between his legs is pretty badass indeed. So that was my list, but I want to know what your favourite Mary Jane moments are, and I want to know if you're excited to play as her in the upcoming PS4 game. So let me know in the comments below, and if you want to see more stuff like this, you should definitely subscribe to Panels to Pixels, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!